ekstasi atau MDMA dalam rumus kimianya di dunia marketplace disebut dengan Inex atau ekstasi sebanyak 40.000 butir. Kedua-dua jenis narkotika ini adalah golongan 1 narkotika.
Hello, good afternoon, Tribuners. Welcome back with me, Mutiara, in Indonesian News of Tribun Lampung. We will present you an updating and interesting information from every place in Indonesia. And here the complete news. The first news is viral video of immoral perpetrators being persecuted by students. Viral videos and photos circulating on social media showing the suspected perpetrators of immoral acts at the Gunadarma campus Depok are being persecuted by a mob of students. In the video circulating, the alleged perpetrator appears tied to a tree. His body was drenched. It was even seen that he had been fed yellow water, which was suspected to be urine. Not only that, in the circulating photo, it appears that the perpetrator's clothes were opened, and then finally he was not wearing a single piece of clothing on his body. Vice Chancellor 3 of Gunadarma University, Irwan Bastian, revealed from his investigation into the sexual harassment case, there were 2 students as perpetrators and 4 female students who were victims. This case of harassment started when the first victim from perpetrators 1 revealed what happened to him that went viral on social media. While the process of this case was being handled by the campus, there was persecution from a mass of students on Monday, the 12th of December 2022 days ago. During the persecution, it turned out that there were other perpetrators who were also students and carried out similar action in the form of harassment. It was said that his party regret the vigilant action carried out by his students against the 2 perpetrators. Furthermore, Irwan said the result of his investigation, there were 3 female students who stated that they had been harassed by the first perpetrator. The 3 victims had also made reports to the police, but only 1 victim met the elements of the complaint. Then, from the second perpetrator, information was obtained that there was a female student who was the victim. The next news is 2 members of Indonesian National Armed Force become drug couriers. 2 unscrupulous members of the Indonesian National Armed Force named Yalpin Tarzun and Rian Herman were threatened with dishonorable discharge. The 2 were arrested by a team from the Indonesian National Police headquarters and handed over to the military police after being proven involved in drug trafficking. Unmitigated, the evidence that was secured from the hands of the first sergeant Yalpin Tarzun and the first private Rian Herman total 70 kilograms of methamphetamine and 40,000 ecstasy pills. Deputy Commander of the Military Police Regional Military Command 1 Bukit Barisan, Lieutenant Colonel Sri Intan Situ Morang, emphasizes that other members of the Indonesian National Armed Force were not involved in this case. The 2 perpetrators were promised 2 million rupiah for 1 kilogram to become drug couriers. Apart from First Sergeant Yalpin Tarzun and First Class Rian Herman, there were 2 other civilians involved, namely YSD and S. After being presented with the evidence, the narcotics were destroyed using a medical waste incinerator machine belonging to the Pirngandi Regional General Hospital, Medan. The next news is Dodi Salmanan was sentenced to 4 years in prison. The panel of judges at the Balai Bandung District Court has decided that trading robot affiliate Codex Doni Salmanan was sentenced to 4 years in prison. The verdict is known to be different from the demands of the public prosecutor for 13 years. This difference is considered by Trisakti University criminal law expert Abdul Fikar Hajar to be quite significant. This is because, in general, court decisions do not differ by more than half of demands of the public prosecutor. If calculated from the demands of the 13 years, at least Doni Salmana was sentenced to 7 or 8 years in prison. Therefore, according to him, it is natural for the prosecutor to appeal the verdict. However, the decision remains the authority of the panel of judges. However, according to Fikar, the decision did not reflect a sense of justice in society. As is well known, Doni Salmanan's decision hearing regarding the Codex binary option trading fraud case was held at the Balai Bandung District Court on Tuesday, the 15th of December 2022. During the trial, Doni Salmanan was sentenced to 4 years in prison and a fine of 1 billion rupiah, a subsidiary of 6 months in prison. The judge also stated that some of the confiscated assets were returned to the defendant and some were confiscated by the state. There was no compensation for the victim. The next news is unscrupulous journalists and BMX bicycle athletes were arrested for drug abuse cases. Two unscrupulous journalists and BMX athletes were arrested by the Garut Resort Police Narcotic Research Unit along with 12 other people. They are perpetrators of drug abuse and illegal drugs. The head of the Garut Resort Police Grand Commissioner Adjutant Wirdanto Hadi Caksono, they were secured in the 2022 anti-Kloduya operation which was carried out at the end of November. At the time of his arrest, the two suspects who had the initial ARR was 21 years old and F with the age 38 years old claimed to be a journalist working at a local online media in Garut Regency. From the two, the police also confiscated identity cards and 17 packages of methamphetamine ready for distribution. He explained that during the operation that lasted for 10 days, his party also arrested a 25 years old BMX athlete with the initial MAA. MAA is known to be an athlete who is still active from Garut Regency. The suspect, according to him, was suspected of distributing drugs among fellow athletes. His party is currently developing the case with the possibility that there will be other suspects. From the anti-Lodaya operation, the police secured tens of grams of methamphetamines, dozens of grams dry marijuana, 3,820 tablets of drugs, and hundreds of bottles of liquor. The next news is, the Umrat Party did not pace the verification of general election participants. Amin Rais, Umrat Party did not qualify as a participant in the 2024 general election. This is based on a decree of the General Election Commission of Republic Indonesia number 518, which was stipulated by the chairman of General Election Commission of Republic Indonesia Hasim Ash'ari on Wednesday, the 14th of December 2022. This decision was signed after the signing of the minutes of the verification recapitulation of political parties for candidates participating in the provincial general election, which was carried out on the same day. The 17 political parties consist of 9 parliamentary political parties, which have automatically passed since being declared to have made the administrative verification requirements, and 8 non-parliamentary political parties, which have passed the factual verification stage. The 9 parliamentary parties are PDIP, Golkar, Gerindra, Nasdem, PKB, Democrats, PKS, PAN, and Triple P. Meanwhile, the 8 non-parliamentary parties are PSI, Perindo, PKN, Gelora, PBB, Hanura, Labour and Garuda. The Umrat party that had passed the administrative verification stage was declared to have passed the factual verification stage. The party created by Amin Rais did not meet the requirement in the East Nusa Tenggara and North Sulawesi. In East Nusa Tenggara, the Umrat party only fulfills members' requirements in 12 cities or regencies out of the minimum requirements for the membership in 17 districts or cities. In North Sulawesi, the Umrat party only fulfills members in 1 district of the minimum requirement for membership in 11 districts or cities. For this recapitulation, the Umrat party submitted a written objection statement from the General Election Commission of Republic Indonesia, represented by a representative of Nazaruddin Party and Hashim As'ari. The next news is 1 unit of house caught fire due to electronic short circuit. 1 unit of a residence house in Pasembara Hamlet, Batetang Naga Village, Binuang District, Polewali Mandar Regency, West Sulawesi was burned to the ground on Tuesday, the 15th of December 2022 in the evening. The incident occurred at around 8:15 p.m. when some residents were about to rest. The house belongs to a 51-year-old Sahibuddin who works as a motorized rickshaw driver every day. He also opened a mixed selling business. At his substation, there were 3 kilograms of LPG canisters and bottled gasoline, which made the fire spread quickly. The house, which was in the middle of a densely populated settlement, was scorched in just over an hour. The fire started to grow from the roof and spread to the walls. There were no casualties in that incident. The owner of the house, who was in the house at the time, immediately saved himself. Local residents also panicked because the flames were quite large in the middle of a densely populated settlement. Residents also ran using makeshift tools to try to extinguish the blast. Luckily, the Polewali Mandar Fire Department, who arrived at the location, immediately extinguished the fire so it would not spread to other residents' homes. The last news is, a police suspected of torturing detainees in Medan was only sentenced to 4 years in prison. Leonardo Sinaga, member of the Prisoner Care and Evidence Unit of the Resort Police in the big city of Medan, who masterminded the extortion and torture of detainees to death, was only sentenced to 4 years in prison. In her decision, Judge Zulfida Hanum said that Leonardo Sinaga was found guilty of violating Article 170, Paragraph 2 of the 3rd Criminal Code. The judge stated that as for the aggravating circumstance, the action of the defendant caused the death of the victim. After reading out the verdict, the judge gave the defendant 7 days to take further legal steps. The sentence against Leonardo Sinaga was lighter than the demands of the public prosecutor Pantun Marojahan Simbolon. During a court hearing some time ago, Leonardo Sinaga was sentenced to 8 years in prison. As for the things that were aggravating, the defendant did not admit his guilt and always had trouble giving testimony. As for the mitigating factors, the defendant has never been convicted. After hearing his demands, Leonardo Sinaga admitted that he would submit a memorandum of defense through his lawyer. Well, I think those are the news for today with me, Butiara. Don't forget to follow us in YouTube Tribun Lampung News Video, Facebook Tribun Lampung, Instagram, and TikTok account of Tribun Lampung for further information. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.